Well, Rainey says, good Monday morning, everybody. Happy Labor Day. Bam's group thinks he needs some breakfast. Dino's group's still mostly out there. By the time I get to that end of the barn, they will probably be in here. And yesterday, the driveway wasn't totally dry because moisture's still been coming up. Sun hits it, don't take long. Air gets heavy, then I get the crap in my sinuses. And Tahoe says good morning. Huh, buddy? Oh, I can walk through here. I can cut across here to see him. Good morning, Tahoe. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And Buffalo chilling back there. Morning, Buffalo. You can lay there and give me the dumb look. Okay. Anyway, it's trying to rain this morning. I didn't think it was supposed to. Upper Ridge can't see because of the rain. And it's funny, there's a dry spot over there on the concrete. Ty just hosed all that off yesterday while I was waiting for her to give me a hand with stuff that was here. And when I walked out, most of the gravel looked like right there, not like there. So, one thing I do got to do, this is not from any rain tonight, this is from the thunderstorms the other night. It's all coming back up too. But I gotta deal with the ditching here. Hindsight's 2020. When we poured the pad for that bin, the old bins always had just concrete blocks under the feet. We also redid in here, which we came to here because the asphalt was screwed up that was here, and that needed to be sitting on something solider. So, all this worked out. This used to be on dirt. That's actually fastened to the concrete, so it stays there. And we did, from here to here, and most of you know this goes down and around the corner. We did not do under the deck to here because, stuff was in the way. But anyway, we did concrete gutter, which has worked very nicely. Yeah, it would have been so nice to have done that all the way through, and at least done a strip this wide all the way through. But we didn't. That was a lot more to do, and Anyway, there's a little over 3 minutes of your morning, my morning, and it's actually see the rain now instead of just feeling it. I figured out why it's like that. The sprinkler over there gets to there. The sprinkler there and over there get to that seam. And, there's a sprinkler over here somewhere too. And it's getting where I'm standing. None of them pointed where they're supposed to be anymore. Well, other side of the tree there in the lane, 13 BJ's bull calf. Ty'd been hearing somebody over here complain, and it was him. He was in there. She came back, he was on top of the metal. Came and got me to help get him out of there. And then he was standing here. I snuck in that way, and he wasn't sure about that. So he walked down the poles, right on out, and out this gate into the lane. And his mama's out there yelling for him now, so she's just going to make sure he gets up there. He's to the top of the hill. He's going to get there. There's a little excitement. That makes two of them that have chosen to be in the wrong spot. And, he was behind there. There's hoof prints and a pile of shit there, but I'm going to say he got shoved through the wires there, and that's the only way I can figure Hope got into the little 3-corner piece. Yeah, it happens. I thought maybe it was one from Dino's group, but no, it's from Bam's group. That's about the only way you can get in there. So, anywho, suppose I should wait around here since she left the gate wide open. Dinking around in the shop today. I cleaned an air cleaner up here a while back and was thinking, there's some expensive fancy deals out there for doing that. Way too expensive fancy deals. Like the cheap ones are $300. It's like, really? All it is a piece of pipe with a nozzle on the end and a valve on the other end. And I'd seen a TikTok video a while back. We used to have a garden sprinkler that was that way. It's a little cupped piece that spins. So water gets spread nicely. And a guy was using one of those, made his own air cleaner deal. So it's like, So finally found a sprinkler that had the right head. Of course, it's oddball Chinese threads. But it is now, I warmed up the end of a piece of PVC and threaded it in, but it didn't really cut much for threads. So, but they're enough to hold. Plus some JB weld. And now I'm working on a piece for it to go through a plate, so you can seal it up fairly decently. I'll show it to you when we're done. Maybe before that, I don't know. But there we have it. Everybody happy now. There's the base for the sprinkler it came with. Cheapest way to buy the head. There's the head. We're going to see how it works. 1/2-inch PVC. And because that's what I had, I'm going to bore that out so it slides freely. And this isn't a perfect piece of pipe. Looked like a dog got a hold of it or something, but only on one side. Got a little funky spot in it, so that's got to be a little oversized. And I got to finish cleaning in there up. But that's a little sloppy. But it'll glue in. And I can put a plate, set this into a plate, and run a fitting up on it to hold it together. And then the idea is this. I'll slide up and down inside that so you can clean. And yeah, after this is done, that'll get glued on there, and that'll get screwed to it. So that's what I'm doing. I mentioned I used a lathe today. Nelson wouldn't let me live it down for not showing something. So, hey, I've already done a whole bunch. But by a whole bunch, I used it to bore the center of this out. This goes into there. It's a short piece with a bushing shoved in each end, and I bored the bushings so that it slides freely. And I had a boogered up spot there. I think I told you about. I had to heat that up, and I got it so it goes through. And I found a bucket lid to work for a top. Those are pieces we cut out of that water trough that we used for the calf warmer. Bored them out for shims there and to help stiffen it. And that was an adapter, so it's threaded, so it's screwed on the end to hold it together. And what I got now is just a short piece. This doesn't quite slip over, but I want to put something on there for a stop that's movable. So I'm just truing the ends up. It's a 3-inch piece. Then I'll slit it so it'll stretch over and go from there. But I'm going to see if I can do this one-handed. I want to leave the ends as square as I can so it stays true when it hits. She's got a bee buzz in her knees. So there it is. Best way I know to split it's going to be on the saw, so Well, that's going to take two hands no matter what. Oh, Happy Calves, you gave him some apples?
Yeah, I cut them out first.
And gave them to Tahoe and
Yeah, and then I cut some
Buffalo?
up in bigger chunks for Grandma
Okay.
in the barn.
So anyway, almost done, but see, it just won't go on yet.
I'm guessing this wasn't supposed to be done.
No, that wasn't supposed to be down there. I knocked that off earlier. And I mean, the bad thing about this, the only way to take it apart later is I have to cut it if it does have to come apart, because the elbow's going to be glued on. But I mean, I've got enough extra here. That's about how much will be sticking up on our deepest filter. That's no big deal to, cut it off and just put a coupler in. Still leaves lots of room. So if it does have to come apart, he's having fun going through those. Kind of half-ass separating stainless from the not stainless. And yeah, somebody's going to say they're all stainless. They're all stainless. Yeah, to a point. These are usually all stainless. This cover piece is usually stainless. Most of them, the screw is not. And that's what screws you when you go to take them off, because they're rusted up and you ruin them. This one happens to be stainless. Look at all the rusty ones. They're not stainless. But when it comes to separating size, that's kind of how you got to do it. Throw them together. Okay, I cut my piece roughly in half. I put a clamp on this one to hold it in place, because the longest filters we have are the ones on the trucks. And I can't twist it while I'm doing it, but anyway. Helicopter going over there looking for me. I figure this one can be adjustable. So before you use it, you can lay it by the filter so you don't bottom out, and set that. And then if I had some place to try to do this, we'll wing it. When it's on the filter, just up and down with this, and that little bugger there spins, and it better work. I got way too much time on it. And yeah, the bucket lid will work for now. Yeah, she's got the money. She bought the sprinkler. The rest of this is all laying here. So, and probably won't run the valve wide open. I don't know, because wide open might get that thing spinning too fast. We're going to find out though. Well, I know it worked the way I had it a minute ago. I don't know if it'll work laying here. It should. Really easy to get her spinning way too fast, but yeah. Obviously, they didn't make it the best, but I'm thinking a little drop of lubrication in there might be appropriate. It ain't gonna go anywhere. It ain't gonna. If it does get on the filter, it's still ain't gonna go anywhere. So, anywho, there we are. And you can buy one similar to that on Amazon. The cheapest one I found was $300. Something else we're gonna try too. Keep seeing videos about copper rods. This kind of pissed me off. It's supposed to be chunk off a copper ground rod. It's not all copper, but I've also seen them with copper tubing. All the algae in there, the copper is supposed to kill it. Hey, have the rod. Don't hurt to try. I just got to remember to come check this again in a few days and see what it looks like.